Are we truly alone in the universe, or just not listening closely enough? This video explores science, faith, and the very heart of human curiosity to uncover what intelligent life beyond Earth could mean for you. A cosmic question with deeply personal answers. Don't miss what might redefine everything. Welcome to Cosmic Axis. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if we're truly alone in this vast universe? In this video, we'll explore what science, faith, and imagination say about intelligent life beyond Earth, and what it means for us here at home. If you're curious about the cosmos and love asking big questions, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Cosmic Axis for more mind-expanding journeys through space, science, and the soul. Let's begin. From the earliest days of covered wagons pushing west to the Apollo rockets heading for the moon, the American spirit has always been drawn toward the unknown. It's a country built on exploration, on the belief that there's always something beyond the horizon, something worth reaching for. That same spirit now turns its gaze upward toward the stars. For many Americans, looking into the night sky isn't just a scientific act, it's something personal, almost spiritual. It's the quiet moment on a farmhouse porch in the Midwest, or a child in a small town pointing a telescope skyward, wondering what else might be out there. The cosmos represents mystery, possibility, and hope. There's a cultural belief that we're part of something bigger, even if we don't fully understand what that is. In school classrooms, roadside diners, and late-night talk shows, the question lingers, are we truly alone? It's not fear that drives this question, it's wonder. A kind of restless curiosity runs deep in American veins, passed down from generations who believed the unknown was worth chasing. That curiosity is more than science, it's identity. It says something about who we are and who we might become if we keep reaching beyond our small blue planet. Because when we look up, we're not just gazing at stars, we're measuring ourselves against something almost infinite. The observable universe spans over 90 billion light years, filled with trillions of galaxies, each holding billions of stars and even more planets. Modern science tells us that Earth is one of potentially countless worlds. This reality doesn't just stretch the imagination, it shakes the foundations of how we define human importance. Carl Sagan once said, "The universe is not required to be in perfect harmony with human ambition, and yet we continue to seek our place within it." Psychologists suggest that humans naturally crave a sense of specialness, a role in a larger story. But as we grasp the scale of the cosmos, that craving evolves. It becomes a hunger for connection beyond our species, for meaning that transcends borders and dogma. In American culture, where individualism and exceptionalism have long been celebrated, the idea that we may not be unique carries both humility and hope. Many religious thinkers, too, have begun to accept that God's creation could be far more expansive than once thought, perhaps even populated with other conscious life. In a time when technology connects us globally, our sense of community may soon need to expand cosmically. What once was a question of science is now also one of identity and responsibility. Which is why American science continues to lead the way in the search for life beyond our planet, not just to satisfy curiosity, but to answer something deeply human. Programs like NASA's Kepler and James Webb Space Telescope have brought distant worlds into focus, revealing Earth-like planets orbiting stars light years away. SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, uses massive radio telescopes to scan the cosmos for signals, evidence that someone, somewhere, might be trying to say hello.
These efforts are not fringe theories. They are backed by some of the most respected scientific institutions in the world and supported by taxpayers, universities, and private donors who believe the answer is worth the investment. In American society, this pursuit is more than academic. It reflects a cultural openness to possibility. As psychologist Abraham Maslow noted, once our basic needs are met, humans begin seeking meaning beyond themselves. Today, that means asking whether life is a singular miracle or a cosmic pattern. Even religious leaders have begun to adapt. Pope Francis has openly stated that belief in extraterrestrial life does not contradict faith. The modern American mindset, shaped by a blend of science, spirituality, and an ever-expanding worldview, now treats the search for intelligent life as both a technical mission and a moral one, rooted in humility, wonder, and a growing sense of responsibility to the universe itself. Which brings us to a question that sits quietly at the edge of mainstream American thought. What if we've already heard from them? For decades, radio telescopes have scanned the skies for anomalous signals, bursts of energy, unexplained rhythms, and one-off transmissions like the famous WOW signal detected in 1977. Though never repeated, it sparked widespread curiosity, not just among scientists, but among everyday Americans who grew up with Star Trek and Carl Sagan and late-night AM radio. The notion that an alien message might be hiding in static appeals to both logic and imagination. Psychologist William James once said, "The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated." In the cosmic context, that craving translates into a hope that someone, somewhere, might recognize our existence. Today, the science of technosignatures, indicators of advanced technology like structured radio patterns or planet-sized energy collectors, is rapidly advancing. And while we haven't confirmed intelligent origins, American culture is already making space for the possibility. Sermons, podcasts, and classroom debates increasingly reflect a society grappling with more than just the if, but the what now. In a world wired for instant communication and global connection, the idea that a message may already be waiting for us in the noise is not only plausible, it's deeply reflective of a society learning to listen, not just speak. And yet, even as science listens for whispers from the stars, something closer to home has forced its way into the conversation. For much of the 20th century, UFOs were treated as punchlines, relegated to tabloids, sci-fi films, and the fringes of public discourse. But that narrative has shifted dramatically. In recent years, respected military personnel, pilots, and intelligence officials have come forward with credible reports of unidentified aerial phenomena, objects defying known laws of physics, moving without visible propulsion, and evading the most advanced detection systems. Congressional hearings, once unimaginable on this topic, now take place with bipartisan seriousness, reflecting a societal change rooted not in fantasy, but in the demand for transparency. Psychologist Carl Jung once observed that UFOs function as modern symbols of the unknown, shaped by cultural anxiety and technological awe. Today, that symbolism is turning into inquiry. In churches and universities alike, questions once dismissed are now framed as legitimate. If these phenomena are real, what do they mean for human understanding? For American society, which has always balanced skepticism with wonder, this marks a new chapter, one where acknowledging mystery is no longer weakness, but wisdom. In an era dominated by misinformation and deep fakes, the hunger for truth has only grown stronger. And as more Americans confront these questions without ridicule or fear, a more mature kind of curiosity begins to root. Many American theologians and religious scholars have begun to engage with the possibility that God's creation may not be limited to Earth alone. Historically, many Christian denominations viewed humanity as the pinnacle of divine design. But as our understanding of the cosmos expands, so too does theological flexibility. Reverend Dr. Ted Peters, a prominent theologian, argues that the discovery of extraterrestrial life would not threaten faith, but rather deepen it, suggesting that a creator grand enough to design the universe could surely create life in forms we've yet to imagine. Psychologically, humans have always used religion to make sense of what lies beyond their control. As new possibilities emerge, faith adapts. In churches across the U.S., from Southern Baptist congregations to Catholic cathedrals, pastors are beginning to explore sermons that address the cosmic scale of creation. Children in Sunday schools ask whether aliens would need salvation. Adults discuss whether the soul is a uniquely human gift or a universal one. These are not abstract debates. They reflect a cultural shift toward integrating scientific wonder with spiritual meaning. As American society continues to evolve, so too does its spiritual narrative, blending age-old doctrines with modern discovery, and reminding us that perhaps the divine is not confined to Earth, but written into the very fabric of the stars. Confirmation of intelligent life beyond Earth would not just reshape science, it would ripple through every layer of American life. Culturally, it could shift how people see themselves in relation to others, dissolving some of the tribal lines that divide nations, races, and beliefs. As psychologist Erik Erikson noted, identity is formed not only by who we are, but by who we believe the other is. If the other is not another human being, but another species entirely, then our own human differences might begin to feel smaller, even trivial. American classrooms would rewrite their history books. Art, music, and literature would evolve to reflect a universe that suddenly feels inhabited. Politically, it would demand new laws, new treaties, and perhaps entirely new forms of diplomacy, forcing leaders to cooperate not just with allies, but with former rivals. Religious institutions would grapple with deep existential questions. Is salvation a human-only concept? Could intelligent life possess a moral code shaped by a different creation? Theologians like Paul Tillich spoke of the ultimate concern, a sense of divine presence beyond comprehension. Such presence might now feel literal. In modern America, where science and faith often walk a delicate line, the discovery of intelligent life could serve not as a threat, but as a call to humility, to unity, and to a new kind of moral evolution.
Whether we are alone in the cosmos or part of a much larger family of intelligent beings, the question itself reveals something profound about us. It shows that we are a species not content with mere survival. We seek meaning, connection, and belonging. From the lonely deserts of Mars to the icy moons of Jupiter, our search isn't just for aliens, it's for understanding. Who are we in the vast silence of space? What unites us as a people when we confront the unknown? These aren't just scientific questions, they are deeply human ones. And perhaps that's the real value of the search. Whether or not we find someone out there, we rediscover each other here, across borders, beliefs, and backgrounds. In our longing to make contact, we may learn what truly matters: compassion, curiosity, and the courage to imagine beyond ourselves. In the face of an infinite universe, being human means daring to care, even when no one might be listening. Thank you for joining us on this journey through stars, science, and soul. If this video sparked a thought, moved your heart, or made you wonder, please give it a like, share it with fellow seekers, and subscribe to our channel for more stories that explore the big questions. Until next time, keep looking up.